Up. All right, we haven't done much videoing on this building since we've changed things. We had a lot of our maintenance used to be done at one of our other buildings at the 710 Alberta. We ended up putting a full gym in there and a yoga room, so I've moved our record company out of there for the maintenance, and they get everything done here on our green Alberta building. It's just been so much nicer. When we first started out, we used to have all the maintenance done in the body shop, which was very cumbersome to have tow trucks in there, and then the body guys trying to do all their processing work. Then we moved them out to this building, which was very plain Jane and kind of just needed a lot of repairs. Didn't have heat, didn't have water, didn't have really much air. Then we moved them out to another location at Central, where they were for quite a few years, and now they're back here. But here it's a good home for them. It's out of the way. There isn't really much around here. Actually, across the street here, they see quite a few deer and wildlife in here, and kind of a natural preserve in that area. And we have no neighbors to this side. And over here it's just all highway, so the guys, when they get calls, are able to get right on the highway and take off and go wherever when they're doing maintenance. So let's go inside and we'll give you a little tour of what's in here. It's kind of a small building. It's not very large, but you know, I always think the larger the building, the bigger the mess. So if I can condense that, I do. See, right now we got one guy doing some maintenance. I don't need my lookers on now. So there's some things, amenities that they have here that's kind of nice. You got a refrigerator, microwave, a few other things around here. So this one is up and running. It's one of our spare trucks. This one, it looks like he's doing some maintenance on his truck right now. And again, you know, I'm not here very much, so they can make all the mess they want, and I don't care. But because otherwise, if I was here on a regular basis, it would drive me nuts. Looks like they're rebuilding a new motor for this truck here. We've had this truck for quite a few years. It's a 2012, I think, Ford, and it's still in great condition, and I really like the rear body of this truck. So they're gonna get this back on the road and running, and we'll probably end up eventually painting it all over again and getting it cleaned up. Back here they have the medium duty truck, which they don't use a whole lot. Again, that's another spare truck. I think I enjoy having at least 3 spare trucks, because it's just what happens in this industry with the amount of trucks you have. You got maintenance that has to be done, and a lot of repairs that get done. So we have the 3 different spare trucks, a smaller one, a medium duty, and then of course back in here we have our larger truck. One of them is and of course another one of our forklifts. I love having forklifts because they're always really handy, and they run great. And so if they got to get these trucks out, this is a Kenworth. If they got to get these trucks out, which they do quite frequently, then we can just move the forklift and they go right out the door. They've become very good at getting these trucks in and out of here, even though it's small. Like I said, if you keep them in a small area, then they don't have a big place to make a mess, which even in a small area, it seems like they've managed to make quite the mess, but that's all right. So this other yellow truck here, this one's just a 35-ton truck that they use. I guess it's easier to drive here in town. It's a little bit smaller. And then this one here is a 50-ton. They use this one also quite a bit for over the road. I don't know, like yesterday they were down in Holland, and then they had to take a truck up to Grant, and they use this one. I guess it drives a lot smoother, and they will use this one. So we have featured both of these trucks quite a bit in different videos. I remember when we got this one, and of course when we got this one here. So this is the building where they barely fit in here. As you can see, they back them all the way up. Got some spools of brand new cables for these trucks in case they break, but it's kind of cool. It's a great building. I like it. We insulated it. We put infrared heaters in it, and you gotta have water in it, stove, or I mean a refrigerator and a microwave. Also we put a hoist in here, and you had to have a certain size hoist in order to lift these trucks up. So I got really lucky on this one. I don't know where I found it, but I found this one used. Actually, I think I've got it from the dealership that we normally buy our hoist from. They're in the Coopersville area. So I called them up and said, you know, told them what I was looking for these trucks, and it's a little bit bigger hoist. I think it's a 20 ton. Keegan, do you know what size hoist this is? Is that a 20? Oh yeah, well anyway, not that you really care, but it's big enough to lift up these trucks. So we use that, and then we have some other big jacks, and that'll lift up some of these flatbeds when they're doing repairs on them. You know, they won't lift them completely up, but they'll lift up quite a bit of them. The front end or the rear, whatever they're working on. Just out of curiosity, what are you working on?
Right now I just refilled some of the tanks. We were low on gas, and then I just finished fabbing up this bumper bracket.
What are you doing for that bumper?
For the winch folded forward, so I had to heat it up, and then I welded up some extra supports inside of it so the winch don't bend
So
forward.
what truck is this one for?
This is for Justin's flatbed.
So he has a winch on the front of it?
Yeah, he just got the new winch in that Badland over there.
And then
Welded it up, primed it, and we're gonna throw some new paint on it and get it reinstalled.
on his truck?
Yep.
I bet he likes that. This is a heavy one?
It's got some weight to it.
Oh yeah, that's a little heavy. The only reason I can lift it like that is because I'm strong. But so anyway, they've got a lot of equipment in here that they use or need, some spare stuff. Here's another cylinder that they use. I think this is for the 50 ton. It's a brand new one. We don't need it right now, but they were able to seal up the old one, but we ended up buying one, and when we got the bought it when we got the truck. Here's that new winch that he was talking about. It's got that new cable on it, or it's not a cable, it's
got a nylon rope.
Nylon rope. It's kind of cool. But anyway, so this is our hut building. That's what we refer to it as, and this is where they work out of. They seem to enjoy it and like it. Like I said, we've got plenty of lights, the infrared heaters. They're really nice. I like the infrared. They save us on gas, and they heat the object and not necessarily the air. So it's a pretty cool place. This is our hut building. So anyway, this is not going to be a very long video, but I hope that you do enjoy some of the content that we had. This is where the guys work for the towing companies. We've got two more other locations, one south, one north, one in Ottawa County, and then one in Montague. They're pretty cool locations, and they take care of those places as well, but this is where they actually get all the maintenance done. Again, if you like the content, please don't forget to like the video, crash and smash on the notification, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm screwing this all up right now.
Subscribe.
That's there you go. All right. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you watched to this point, I really appreciate you. Thanks again, and I hope you have a great day.